Good morning, Backyarders. Alright, well, I can't go live streaming apparently. I don't have enough people on my channel. You have to have over 1,000 now, so I'm going to be doing this in a recorded view. Alright, so what I'm doing here is straightforward. This is oh God. Wow, okay, I'm going to have to completely go for a blank on myself on this one. Sorry. This is an Impala and stuff. And this was an already done install by a few other people. And most likely it was done by the people who did the interior of this car. They basically cobbled together a whole bunch of componentry, built a seat at the back here. This is the actual subwoofer enclosure. Did a series of kick panels of some sort. Basically what they are just simply a panel. The problem is that there's no enclosure on the back of that 6. And unfortunately, this is not a project on which that we are going to do any variances on these. I'm going to do some basically like an AP system on the back side of the 6 to try to mitigate the problems that are associated with basically wide open areas, because again, like I said, this is most likely done by the interior guys, and they know how to do certain things, but they don't know audio. Here in the back, we've got a set of JL amplifiers that were haphazardly installed in the back here also. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to change out the JL amps to a single 5-channel amplifier, and then I'm going to create a nice little panel back here to hide everything and just make it all go away. Main thing that I'm concerned most about right now is this radio. Now they also threw in this EQ. Now again, they're guys that do interiors and stuff like that. They're not audio people. And the problem with this is that they have now doubled down on something that makes no sense at all. This Alpine unit already has a parametric EQ built into it, along with a baseline, what you would call time alignment or signal delays in it, and also a matrix for expansion. Basically it's a glorified surround system, basically is what's inside this unit here. But this has already got everything built into it. So there's no reason to add on, just a simple EQ. This is just a standardized graphical EQ. There is nothing special about this whatsoever. Now, I could understand using this if you had a radio that was a base unit, like something, literally a base unit, like a $125 radio or something like that. That would be wonderful. But this has got everything in it. We've got subwoofer controls. We've got everything that we need to govern the stereo system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to omit this piece here for 2 reasons. One is that, number one, I don't need it. It's absolutely useless in the stereo system. There's no reason for it. Second is that the area that I'm working on has a bit of trouble. Okay, so we have a factory head that's already built in here, and of course, obviously in the older cars and stuff, we want to keep and preserve the look of the original. The problem here has to do with the structure of the bottom here at the structure of the radio. So it slants down real hard. Now, this is the original, like a glove box right here, just get like a little cubby and stuff that's in here. The problem here is that I only have so much room here, and I only have so much depth. Believe it or not, there's a factory. This has a vintage air system in it, so this has got the original factory AC in it, which is rare on these vehicles. And so this only gives me so much depth here, which happens to be literally the depth of the radio. So with the door, because it curves here, we cannot protrude forward. So with that double den piece, or a den and a half, I should say, it literally took up the entire space right here. So this isn't going to do us any good. So this eliminating one piece of equipment will help me a great deal in terms of mounting this radio in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating a structure here, which it's complicated because of the curvature here, the slant here. It's flat here, luckily, and stuff. So I'm going to make an entire mount for this radio to fit in here, nice and clean, cover up all the, all the unwanted areas, basically, like a glove box would be. So I'm going to have something here on the top, something that's going to come down here, shapes that are going to follow along in this area here to block off, and then get everything wired and put into place really nice, and probably just do this in a black vinyl so that we can eliminate, just make it vanish. Basically the idea is to make the mount disappear and just have the radio appear in the center is what the intent is. So right now that's where I'm at right now in terms of this. I will update you guys probably in a few hours and stuff. I've got roughly around about, say, 5 hours or so to complete this project. So I want to get this done, and I will talk to you guys shortly. See you later.